it is definitely a nice box that is not a box, it is a circle. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are going to be reviewing a very interesting product and another AI box, aka wireless Android Auto and wireless CarPlay adapter by CarABC. This thing goes by the designation of H3 AI box that they on their website are referring sometimes, on some pages at least, to as a magic box. Spoiler alert, it's not magic, it's just a solid Android packed, I suppose, a piece of automotive electronics that we're going to be reviewing today. The box is very simple. It contains the adapter itself, the AI box itself. We will talk about the form factor, the round form factor just in a second. And it also has a very basic set of instructions, just a little, not even a booklet, just kind of a little fold up piece of paper, as well as two cables, USB-C to USB-C and USB-C to USB-A. Standard stuff, nothing very ascetic, I'm gonna say, nothing extra in this box. Now, all the interesting stuff and all the important stuff is inside of this thing. Now, before we keep talking about it being a box automatically associates in anyone's mind with being rectangular, doesn't it? Well, this thing is far from rectangular, and in my humble opinion, form factor is actually not the best part of this design, in my humble opinion, not having used it for a long time, of course, but even just going from common sense, that majority of shelving, majority of space that you would have to chuck this thing into would be squarish or rectangular. So that, and the rectangular or squarish made extra appendage such as this would fit much better into any of this shelving, into anything in majority of cars. Let me know if you disagree, and why, if you do. So when this would work is if it came with some kind of 3M double-sided tape that you would just basically stick it somewhere, and then the round object on your dash somewhere would probably be less offensive. I don't know, maybe even nice. However, if I compare this box to, say, your standard AutoTOCAST U2 Air adapter or something like that, square things fit better into our cars, in my humble opinion. Form factor as well, if we even compare them side by side, you can see that this is a wireless adapter. It's not an AI box, but it doesn't matter. They are all similar, maybe a tiny bit bigger AI boxes. And this is the AI box that has smarts in it. So this is another thing to point out straight away, because I can't assume that you watched my other reviews. I always have to mention this very briefly. Wireless adapters have only the smarts to create wireless connectivity to wired Android Auto or Apple CarPlay that is already in your car. Wireless AI boxes are going one step further, and they're having a lot of smarts built into it. And this is where I think CarABC H3 starts to shine. Even on paper, we haven't yet tested it, we're about to fire it up. But it's a 5G Wi-Fi, okay, not 4G, it's a 5G. It costs about 130 Australian dollars at the moment of this review, which I think for an AI box, for a fully featured AI box, is very competitive. I'm not going to call it cheap, but it's competitive. And you're always, I encourage to look in the description of my videos, because all of these reviews, usually 90% of the time, come with some kind of discount with my link, with my code. So take a look, yeah, as well. This supports iOS 10 Plus and Android 11 Plus. So quite a wide range of phones by now would be able to connect to this in 2024 at the very least. And finally, as far as the brain of this thing, it has a Qualcomm chip. It has a Qualcomm QCM2290. I'm looking here on a little post-it note where I wrote it up for myself because I wouldn't remember. What it means is that not all of them come with Qualcomm chip, and in case you are unfamiliar with this mobile chip, it's an inexpensive one, obviously China originating like everything is in this world of electronics surrounding you, surrounding me. But this is a high-performing chip. So let's see how well it performs. And of course, sometimes it depends on the phone connectivity, other kind of stuff. So notwithstanding all of that, let's see how this thing connects to our MG ZST 2021, and let's look at it on the screen. So connection is as you would expect. It is a Bluetooth connection to your phone. There is a very sort of easy to follow navigation inside of the box as soon as it connects. As you can see, upon connection, all of these boxes, they first need to measure the screen that they have to work with, because all the cars, they have different size of infotainment screens. That's how these systems, they configure themselves. They're smart enough to do it. So this thing connects. At first it starts in its default very small kind of screen box, so to speak, and then it reboots itself, and then it occupies the whole size of the screen, which is nice. I personally really like the performance, and I really like the color scheme. I really like it, just seems brighter, and I know that a lot of it is just purely on the screen of this MG ZST, the built-in infotainment screen. Yours may look different and colors may be different, but there is just something brighter, something cleaner, something crisper about this one. Like, I have reviewed a lot of AI boxes and a lot of adapters, and this one, quite honestly, performance-wise and graphics-wise, and what I see on the screen, how quickly it responds to touch on the screen as I start doing any gestures, such as just scrolling, just panning and stuff like this, I really, really like it. I really like it. I think it's definitely, it's probably is the keyword. It's that 5G connectivity and the Qualcomm chip that is doing the trick. I think it is really, really powerful. I actually do think that this little round thing is quite powerful. One thing that you will notice straight away is that AI boxes, they come preloaded with apps. Obviously, only essential apps. One great thing about this is that it does not have bloatware. I do not see too many things that clearly you would be looking at this and like, well, it probably doesn't occupy that much memory space inside of this thing. However, why is it there? Here, you look at it and it's very, very punchy in terms of there are only things you need and only things that you would buy these things for. Netflix, YouTube, settings, Google Play Store. There is nothing, the gallery, files, controls, like that kind of stuff. There is nothing that you would be like, why is it here? The only thing that you would say, why is it not here? Why this app is not preloaded? Is the Maps, Google Maps. There is Google Play Store, and of course, as you can see, you just need to sign in into any app really, whether it's Netflix, whether it's YouTube doesn't require you to sign in, but you can, or Apple Play Store, and then you can download Maps, Google Maps, and start using Maps just like a normal navigator kind of thing. However, majority of boxes, majority of adapters, anything that I have used, anything that comes as a fully Android system or CarPlay capable system, it comes with preloaded maps. Because I would dare say, for me, maps would be 80% of what I need these things for. So that would be like the first button, the first app that should be there in my humble opinion. It is surprising me that CarABC does not come preloaded with an explicit separate maps app. However, the rest of it speaks in its favor. It's very aesthetic, very, very clean, very, very bright, very, very responsive. It's really, really a pleasure, to be honest with you. It was a pleasure to quickly boot up and have a look and do this quick review for you, my friends. There is not all that much else to say. The only thing that I have not mentioned as far as unboxing is concerned, because there was not all that much in the box, is that there is also this conveniently covered memory extension slot here. So the memory of this thing to store files, actually, you saw VLC, for example, the app, quickly, VLC splashed there on the screen. VLC is the best, arguably, sort of open source video player. So if you have physical files that you would like to play for your kids in the car, for yourself when you just parked somewhere and don't want to watch a movie on your phone, you could store that on the memory card, and it supports extension up to 256 gigabytes as far as I know. So very generously packed, reasonably priced, strangely form factored. I still am getting used to this soapbox style roundy thing. I still believe that it would have fit better into the environment of most cars if it was rectangular shaped, but that's a small thing, isn't it? I'm not trying to pick on it. I'm just being honest with you, as I always am in my reviews. I'm not only praising the products, but I'm pointing out things that are raising my eyebrows. So, Google Maps not preloaded, form factor is strange. Aside from that, fantastic product. Well priced, well enough built by the look of it. Nothing is creaking. It's a plastic box. What do you expect from it? It's not heavy, not anything. Plug it in, connect your phone, forget about it. Of course, to play, if you just need, basic connectivity of your phone, you could just get away with the Bluetooth connection. But if you want YouTube, if you want Netflix, if you want other stuff, then needless to say, you would have to also open your hotspot on your phone and connect it to the Wi-Fi network. Aside from that, I think it's a wonderful product for CarABC, and I hope we become friends with the brand going forward, because looking at their website, they are very well established. They have a lot of products for us to review potentially. They have a lot of screen-based systems, including motorcycle-based systems. Unfortunately, I don't own a motorcycle here in Australia, but I frequently ride one in Bali. Mind you, I would never recommend, spoiler alert, and side note entirely, I would never recommend that you look at any screen on a bike. Do not look at a screen on a bike, and thank me later, you will be safer for it. With that being said, thank you CarABC for sending me this little product. Thank you again for tuning in today. I hope you've enjoyed this little overview of the CarABC's nice AI box. It is definitely a nice box that is not a box, it is a circle. Thank you for tuning in. I'll talk to you next time about something else, essential car electronics related. Goodbye for now.